Hello, fellow compatriots, and welcome to another Bionicle review. Today, we will be reviewing Karzahni. Yeah, sounds right. And thank you, UT, so much for the idea. I mean, this is by far one of my favorite MOCs to have made. And even though I did not have the speed of mask, so I did a little tweaking here and there, trying to do a similar design with what I did with the Predac head. Trying to use system, and I think it's very edgy enough. It's a little overly ridiculous with the edginess. But anyways, let's go into the review and show you what I have in store. To the review! And behold, here's Karzahni, as you can see in its filmography. Now, this MOC does not have gear functions, unlike some of the other ones you may have seen. This one is specifically focused on appearance, making the best appearance I can possibly make. So let's bring this bad boy in. And let's start off with Poseability. So the ankles, you got your forward, your back movement, great amount of tilt. You got a lot of tilt with this figure. Knees, they only bend about that far. Yeah, they only bend about that far. Legs, forward, back. You got your, not the full Van Dan, sadly, because this piece interferes. And let's go on to the waist. As you can see there, I did something new with the waist. There's now red piping in it. If I bring a car over here, now how hollow and empty it is. So I was able to fill that out. So it's much more filled up the waist, making it much more meatier looking. And you still got your organic twisting motion, and it's hard for it to lock into place, but you can still get it in a twist motion. And he has flaw with the design. Due to the thickening of it, you don't get that much tilt. You do get a little bit of tilt, as you can see here. For crunching though, you got all the crunching you can ever imagine. He crunches that much forward, which is a lot. So you can make him do a lot of sinister like poses. This cube tends to slide up sometimes due to too much movement in the waist. So it's always had to keep an eye on that and making sure it stays the way it is. And shoulder pads, they move up, up and down movement, to accommodate for shoulder movement. The shoulder is on a ball joint, so you got a whole bunch of movement there. Elbows, your standard elbows, and oh my gosh, keep your gauntlet on. Jeez, Karzahni, you're making me go crazy. Literal and metaphorically. Okay. So, you got that much bend, the elbow. I would say, that's basically 90 degrees right there. It's basically 90 degrees. Let me remove this weapon here so that you guys can see the hand posability, and this axle is still here. Get out of there. So, as you can see, the fingers use the protector foot, or the creature foot, whatever you want to call it. It's a foot piece, but I used it as a hand, and for the ball joint, ball socket that was over here, I filled it up with a ball and used this piece as a filler, making like a gauntlet-like design, which I think was clever, despite it being very simple, it's very clever. So, you got plenty of movement. The fingers are sturdy enough, they hold themselves together, and keep well with the cohesion and so forth. Now, you may notice no toe posability with this guy. I know, throw it in the trash. No, I won't, because I love this figure so much. I love it. I mean, I had a lot of motivation making this. Thank you, UT. You are the best. You are the best around for your creativity. The whip. This is like a chain whip kind of design. So we got like a hook here at the end. Has twist. You got this that spins. So I can imagine him, you know, hooking opponents or swinging this thing around and him slicing people to bits. Now, I tried to make it look as edgy as possible because this design looked edgy, so I tried to enhance the edginess the best I can with my edgy skills. So, all these are hinged, but despite it being hinged, you can get him in good poses. Oh, I forgot his good old noggin. Let's get in there, shall we? So, this head, as you can see, hold on. Let me go ahead and raise the camera so you guys can see. Alright, so here's his noggin over here. And, yeah. As you can see, it's very different from the original. I tried to take some liberties, so like the stitching thing, I replaced it with a chain. He still have his spikes and all that stuff. Similar to style to the Pridax head design. Because I was trying to do like full-on custom, you know, head and making it look exactly like Karzahni, you know, but it was hard for me to do that with system, you know, and I did not have the Speed Demon head, you know, and I don't think the Speed Demon head would have worked as well with this body design, how unique and stuff it looks. Also, I didn't use that Anua's digging shoulder pauldrons and hammer piece for Karzahni either. Did something a little bit more original. So I'm sorry, UT. I'm sorry. And by the way, UT gave me a lot of inspiration for this figure. You know, so thank you, dude. You are amazing. I love this figure. So as you can see, you know, it's a very tough, tooth-like kind of thing. Very jagged, very unnatural. You know, you got your eyes. This is kind of like a little worn. Got your horn bit. The side here. You know, it's like a clump of pieces. Nothing. There's hardly any cohesion with the head. There's no cohesion. As you can see, there's even a replication of a spine back here, deep in his armor. You may notice, yes, there's a lot of stuff going on here. You know, very, very spiky. I got some pipes sticking out all over the place, you know, because this pipe was sticking out, you know, due to the waist design, and it's like, I need to put this somewhere. It's like, oh yeah, he has a whole load of stuff on his back, so I added that to the bag. I added this, I added that, this and that. So, he looks good. He looks good. I mean, I didn't have the pieces to make it exactly like a car's waist design. So, I had to make it a little custom build, and I think it works. It does well what it does. Also, you may notice I put the Glatorian thingy here. I mean, I put it there because there's a skull on here. Here's a skull. Focus, 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 focus. You see, there's the skull right there. So, you know, it's very fitting. It's very fitting. Focus! Now, let's go into some poses that this guy can do. So, I'm just gonna do like a little slideshow thing so you guys can see. So you got like this pose that you can do, you see, because of all those hinges, you can get like an organic like flow of the whip design. Now, very nice. Now let me do a full 360 view of this figure, so you guys get an idea on how. Well, he's very stable. He's very stable, as you can see. Very stable. It's good for posing. It's a good figure for posing. Very nice figure, I had to say. Oh, and the most iconic pose that you can put him in is, and yep, he can do the same pose that was the original image of the character, you know. Wait, why is your shoulder pattern up? There we go. Let's angle that down so it's more natural. There we go. Now it looks better. That looks better. There we go. Now we're grooving. So yeah, this is Karzahni, and I am totally going to be making a stop motion animation. I'm officially going to start doing that with this figure. You will see the Pridak animation soon. I'm still making the MOCs, but since I got Karzahni here, and Artaka is literally another version of a Kimu, you know, so I might do Artaka next, you know, with his color palette. You know, I'll look up the color palette. I think it's like green and gold, if I'm correct. Or green or gray. I don't know. But yeah, this is Karzahni. I hope you all enjoyed, my fellow compatriots. And I broke apart the Borak Lake design just to build this guy. So yeah, the Borak are even more delayed. But this guy was worth it. This guy was so worth it. Anyways, enough of my yipper yabbering talking yada doing. I am gonna go away now, so see you all next time, and take it away, Lego me.
Hello, my fellow compatriots. If you like this video, be sure to show your support by liking and going to my Patreon. And if you want to stay up to date through my latest content, make sure to subscribe. And like always, this is your host, Tributron here, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.